Hello, 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 guys. I am so elated. This is day number 3 in the launch of the Her Fire magazine, Making Her Story. And we have some phenomenal, phenomenal women with us today. So, look, go ahead and share, like, tag, comment, let us know where you're coming in from. The link is already in the description to go ahead and order your copy of the Her Fire magazine. Look, we're gonna get right. Let's take it right on into it. I want to bring the first young lady to the fire stage. Is none other than Jolie, the great Jolie Rashawn. Hey.
Hey everybody, how are you?
Listen, so give us a little bit about who you are, what you do, all those amazing things.
Ooh, all right, let's see, where do I start? Well, I am Jolie Rashawn, Jolie the Great. I am a wife. I am a mother of four, a grandma or a MJ, however you want to put it. I am a certified motivational speaker, certified life coach of AB Academy. I am a believer in you do not have to stay where you start. I love what I do. I love speaking into others, just speaking life into the lives of everyone around.
Awesome. I love it. Look, we're gonna get right into the good stuff, Jolie. That
Ooh.
makes you the great. What would you say is your reason on why you are making history, her story?
So I look back at um, just my, if we say family tree, I look at on my mother's side, I think I am the first author in my family. Not, I don't know a lot about my dad's, but I think the same on my dad's side. I have my children, and society is a little different from when I was growing up. And I think now the focus of how can I be better, it's so much pressure on this new generation. But I want to show not just my children, but other young ladies, other young men coming up that it does not matter how you started. It's the journey that you continue on. I've been homeless. I've been abused. I've been abandoned. I've been all these things. I've been molested. I've been all of these different things. And I look at each one of these avenues, it should have ended in an exit. However, that exit was for me, it should have ended in that. But I did not allow myself to be defined by the situations I was in. So taking this leap, taking this journey, knowing that my story, my journey does not stop with every situation, it continues. It gives hope to the next generation. It gives hope. If I want to be personal, give hope to my daughters, knowing that, you know what, I remember when we didn't have, and my mom didn't give up. I remember when we went through this, but my mom didn't let that define her. So I want to let people know you can start over and you can rewrite your story as many times as you need to. Once upon a time, there was Jolie the Great. Jolie the Great did blank, blank, blank. I can rewrite that story as many times as I need to when a shift happens in my life. So I want people to know that. I want people to believe that. And I just want to be the example because I said it.
Because she said it. And she said it like she said, and she meant what she said and how she said it, why she said it, who she was saying it to, because she said it. Awesome. Look, if there's a woman that's listening, right? First, I want you to do, if you're a woman that is listening, I need you to share a tag somebody else. We're celebrating these phenomenal, iconic women that are making her story count in the world. I believe in truly celebrating women while they're alive, to
Yes.
show my appreciation, to show like, hey, sis, I believe in you, I support you, I honor you, and now let's celebrate you. So if there's a
Mhm.
woman listening and she's on the verge of giving up, she's frustrated, she's burnt out, she's depleted, she's wondering, God, why me? When is my turn? When am I going to come to the forefront? What would be 3 tips that you would give her in owning her story and owning her truth and her journey of making history?
So the first step I would give her is don't be embarrassed about your past. Don't settle on those things. If the things that I've been through, the things that I know I've done, if I were to be embarrassed, I wouldn't be where I am. When you own the things that you've done, it gives you more grace to say, okay, you know what? Those were my stepping stones to get where I am. The second thing I would tell her is don't stop sharing your story. The more you open your mouth, the more you speak out those things that you think are holding you down, the more courage you get, the more healing you get, the more that burden starts to lift off of you, because then you start to see that you identify with other people that are going through the same thing. And the more you share, it gives you strength to keep going, gives you more strength to keep sharing. It gives you more strength to actually put some oomph on what you've been through, because then you start looking at, dang, where I am now is not as bad as where I was. Okay, that situation, I got out of that. So how did I get out of that? How did I get here? And I think the last point would be love you first. Sometimes we're waiting for other people to love us, but then we don't know how to give that love back. So learn to love you first. Your healing is going to come through that. And once you get that down, everything else is going to fall into place.
I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jolie, thank you. Thank you so much. Can you stick
Thank you.
around just a little bit longer while I bring this next phenomenal woman to the stage? Look, if you guys have not shared the video, shame on you. Go ahead and share, like, tag, all those amazing things so we can get some other phenomenal women to join in to celebrate us, all those amazing things. If you have not gotten your copy yet of the Her Fire magazine, the 4th edition, go ahead to www.angelabrandenterprise.com. I'm going to say that one more time for the person in the back. www.angelabrandenterprise.com. So now I want to bring none other than EvetteTurner-Thomas to the fire stage. Hello, Evette. Okay, Evette is still on mute. She's coming in. She's coming in. We working on it. We working on it. We working on it. While Evette is doing that, go ahead and share, like, tag, all those amazing things so we can get more phenomenal women onto the live. We're celebrating these phenomenal women. Here go, Evette.
There we go. Hey everybody. How are you? So glad to be here. So glad to be here.
Awesome. So look, let's just tell people a little bit about what you do, who you are, all those amazing things.
Sure. I am Evette Thomas. I am a certified international event planner. I started my business probably about 10 years ago. And it all came to me in a dream after I had lost my mom. I had got myself in a state where I was in this state of depression, and I was just kind of laying there, and I kept having these dreams about these big flowers, big centerpieces. And I kept saying, like, Lord, why are you giving me these? I'm not understanding what's going on. And eventually it kind of went on for about a year, and I kept ignoring it. And finally my mom came to me in the dream and said, girl, get your butt up. I did not raise you to lay here and not do anything. So I got up and went to the Dollar Tree on a small budget and started making centerpieces. And that's how the birth of Eve's Creations came about, all in a dream. So my slogan to my customers are, let me make your dreams come true, because my business started as my dream.
I absolutely, absolutely love it. Mama said, girl, get up. Like, get up. I didn't raise you to sit here and slumber. Get up. You got greatness
Yeah.
on the inside of you. I absolutely love how God just uses the people that we love that have, passed on and just really to speak to us and motivate us. That is phenomenal. So, how are you making history? What are your goals in continuing making your history and your legacy count in everything that you do?
I am making history because, again, I go back again to my family tree as well. As we look back through our ancestral, and then it's always been that generational curse with us as African American women, that we've always just took things on as they were given to us and not taking anything to make it more. So, of course, I'm the first one in my family to be a business owner, the first one in my family to go to college, to get a college degree. Um, so I just believe me making history, being able to show this younger generation of women that you can do it. It doesn't matter what extended from your family in the past. You can overcome that, release those generational curse, and make things happen, because it is you that will make the world better. Without you putting your foot forward and trying to do things different than what you've been accustomed to, then I just believe that for me making history, it's going to leave a legacy behind for my children and my grandchildren. I have 2 children, adults, and I have one grandmother. I'm grandma, but he calls me mom. So I just believe the history that I'm doing, leaving that history, is going to be passed on over to him and to my children, because they have seen me struggle after going through the divorce and then raising them, being a single mom, that I always held everything down. I was always strong, even when the times that I didn't want to be strong. And there's a lot of times I found myself in the corner wanting to cry, just wanting to crumble. But seeing that my children have seen me go full steam ahead and progress, and now own a business, and now been an author, and now I've gone to college, and just putting a step forward each time, doing something different, making things better. I just believe that that is important, to leave a great history and not keep that generational curse that we all fall into, because we've seen that that's how our parents were. And we just take it as, okay, this is how I'm supposed to live. But no, you have an opportunity to make things different.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. We got to change the trajectory of our family in the past and really get on the path of making some real change so that the next generation won't have to go through what we went through. I absolutely love it. I love
Absolutely.
this is what I want to do. I want Yvette, if do you have any points that you want to give to somebody else, another woman that may be listening, on how she can get on the path of changing the trajectory of her legacy so that what she went through before, the next generation won't have to go through? How would you encourage her and motivate her?
The first thing I would say is to hold your head up. Always keep your head held high, walk in grace, and never give up, and share that testimony. As Jolene had said before, if you share your testimony with someone else, it could help the next person. That next person could have gone through the same thing that you are going through now, and you don't feel alone, because a lot of times as we go through things, we always feel like okay, why is this happening to me? Why am I the only one? But if you are able to share your testimony with the next woman, it will encourage the next woman to be strong and know that they're not alone, and you actually have that support. And I always say, you got to fix the next woman's crown. You see it tilting, just give her a little push and say, sis, let me help you, and put it back in place, because we all need that support. As women, we need to support each other. And I'm just a person that believes and advocate for that a lot. I am a woman and I love to empower other women. And I just believe that that is something that we all need to continue to do.
Absolutely love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So look, what I want to do, I want to open the floor if you guys have any questions for me. But first, like, share, tag, comment, let us know when you're coming in. If you're just coming in, we're celebrating Women Making Her Story, Her Fire Magazine 4th edition. And I'm so, so honored and humbled for that as well. So any questions?
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that when you first started the magazine, how has your vision changed from the time since you started until now? Because you're already on the 4th edition.
Right.
So where's your vision going?
Oh, that is a great question. I'm always in the flow, right? In the flow of how God leads me and everything. When I first started the magazine, I said I'll do one a year. I said I'll do one a year. And I was simply because I wanted to keep up with the demands of all the other services that I provide in business. But as time progressed, I started to see a need in really giving women a platform. And that's why I started, the Her Fire magazine, is to help them, their marketing, publicity, to honor and celebrate them. And I said, do I want to wait once a year to celebrate women? I had to think about that. I said, okay, I do them. I'm a little bit more than one a year, and just make whatever I do incorporate, whether it's book anthologies, incorporate a magazine feature. So that way she's not getting multiple things, but it's all in a package deal. And that's pretty much why I decided to do that. That part of the vision expanded. Instead of just doing the magazine by itself, do it with everything, so that way she's honored in all areas of her business and her life.
That's really good. Because I remember we're just gonna have one a year. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for your vision, because we don't celebrate us enough. We wait for something big to happen instead of creating those opportunities. And that's what you've done for us, because I've seen plenty of opportunities, and it's like, man, like we don't get this all the time. So I thank you for honoring us.
You're welcome. It's much needed. It's really much needed. When people don't understand your magazines and publications, it helps build your credibility, right? Then it helps you see how great you are. Sometimes we want other people to see our greatness, but we have to see our greatness too and say, hey, that's me. I'm a woman making history. The other features, I'm an influential woman. I'm a, next speaker on the rise. Hey, that is me. So I'm always looking for opportunities and providing opportunities for other women to step up to the stage and say, hey, this is me. So she won't continue to shrink back and dumb me down. She can say, you know what, I belong here. And most of the time, people don't take these type of opportunities because they feel like they don't belong. They haven't accomplished enough. I had one young lady to say she wanted to wait till she accomplished a little bit more. Why? You may not be here.
Right.
The same opportunities is not going to present itself. Like, you can share your story. You owning your story, you creating your story, you're living life on your terms, regardless of what it looked like, how big or how small. And most of the time, women compare their success to somebody else's success and not owning your process and where you are. And that's why it's so very important. So if you're listening, the next feature of the Her Fire magazine, don't say that's not me. No, say yes, this is me. This is my first step into my greatness. This is my first step into a publication. This is my first step honoring who I am, where I come from, and where I'm going. I'm taking ownership of that. I mean, just as simple as that.
Yes, I have a question for you too, Angela. I know I had reached out to you a couple years ago to come and do an event, my first Mother's Day event. We never kind of connected, but I've been following you and since then and watching you. And my question to you is, what gave you the motivation to actually start Her Fire?
You know, it was my rebranding process of getting under a brand to represent me as a woman, what I feel that my life has been. When I hear Her Fire, I hear my life, the process and everything that I've been through, going through different struggles and hardship. That was me going through the fire. So starting Her Fire is the start of me owning my femininity, owning my impact, tapping into my riches, and really showing up extraordinary. It is the Her Fire is a process. It's a daily process. It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's a mantra. It's the affirmation. It is who and what I am. Getting deeper into God's fire burning inside of me so that when women come my way, I can help her ignite her fire. Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is just right up my alley. And I'm just excited about being able to be a part of this magazine. So all you women that are listening, like Angela said, do not feel like you have to hold yourself back if it's something that you think it's a small look. The first step is a small thing that you do. It could make history. You don't know that until you take that leap of faith and get out there and do it. So, any little thing that you do, just jump on. And that's what I said when she sent me I was like, I'm jumping on this time. I'm getting in this magazine.
And
I'm gonna do it.
The thing is, you can make Her Story just a simple decision to say, I'm going to show up as me every day.
Yes.
And that could be your journey, your start of making history. Because before you may have been looking at everybody else, waiting for something to happen instead of creating. I'm one of those, if there's no platform and no opportunity for me, I create it. I'm not trying to sit around and wait on people to give me anything. I go get it. I believe that God's idea is enough for me to follow. God's voice is enough for me to surrender and listen to. The one who created me knows everything that I'm going to go through in life. So if I get an idea to do this feature, guess what? I'm doing the feature. If it's 5 women, that's going to be a magazine of 5 iconic women in those pages. And it's not about the numbers. It's not about the likes. It's not about the comment. It's about, are you surrendering daily to how God is leading you, navigating you? Are you surrendering to your own identity so that you can walk in a level of fire every day? That's what the Her Fire magazine is all about, is women showing up as them for them. Not for nobody else. I can't show up for Jolie if I can't show up for myself. She's only going to get 20% of the greatness that I got. But if I step back and say that my fire is enough, then I can ignite her fire. Y'all see how I did that?
I
So,
see it. I see it.
right. If you guys
Yeah.
just coming on, like, click, share, all those amazing things. Let us know where you're coming in. We're celebrating the Her Fire magazine, the 4th edition, Women Make in History. Do you guys have any questions? Any last words? I think Jolie got something in her belly that she wants to encourage. So can you take at least 3 to 5 minutes and just give the people a little bit about what stepping in your truth is all about?
So one thing I did leave out, I was actually just thinking on it, so it's funny that you called on me again. Um, I was a person of um, identity crisis because I had been through so much, and I learned at a very young age how to camouflage my hurt, not even realizing what I was doing. And so I always look back at me taking drama in elementary school, and my drama teacher, Ms. Rossi, teaching me about the mask, the drama mask, laugh now, cry later. And she purposely, and when I look back, oh my God, you're so strategic in how you do things. We don't even realize. But I was her protege. She allowed me to star in all of these plays, and I was, I could be whatever I wanted to be, and that's what she taught me. Anytime you put this mask on, you can imagine yourself as anything, and that's what people see. Not knowing I needed that through life, so I wore whatever mask I needed at the time to get me to where I was going, because I didn't know any better. And so when I took the journey to get into speaking, get into being a life coach, I had to start peeling off all the masks that I had put on for so long. And it was really scary because I did not know who I truly was. And I'm still learning. That's the beauty of healing. You still get to learn new things about yourself. And so watching the amazing Angela Brand, Coach AB, watching her take the leap, as she said, to show up 100% for the audience, knowing that we're watching. God gave me the vision of the conference, Step in Your Truth. And it has given me the ability to remove all masks, to show up in my authentic self, giving me the courage not to be afraid to share what I've been through. It allows me to be vulnerable when I am going through things, because nobody wants to follow a perfect person. If I never cry, how can I tell somebody about drying their tears? There's no way I could do it. So it allows me, for one, to really open up and show people the beauty in being authentic, but then it also provides the platform for other people to say, hey, this is a safe space for me to open up and show people what I've been through. And so anybody that's listening, whoever you are, wherever you may be, your truth is your superpower. Because if you tell your truth, nobody can tell my truth like I can tell my truth. I tell anybody, if somebody tells my truth, they left out all the good stuff, all of the stuff under in the cracks and crevices that people want to know, that people think to, ooh, girl, you remember that? You're gonna leave something good out. So let me tell my own truth, so I can show you that what started out as Coach B says, what started out as mess has turned into a beautiful message that can now help and stir up the fire in somebody else. So if you're watching, like, tap into that truth, tap into that superpower, get that lasso out and show people that my truth does heal. My truth belongs to me. And as long as I keep speaking my truth, I'll keep igniting the fire within myself, but I'll ignite the fires in others that are connected to me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Evette, do you have any final words you want to leave with everybody?
Look, Jolene took the fire. I just would like to leave the final words for anyone that's listening. Again, I go back to what I said before. Just hold your head up high and stay focused on anything that you set for yourself. If you set a goal for yourself, just do it. Sometimes it feels like we're not able to complete the things that we want to do. I'm a firm believer, and I think in journaling, writing things out, because when you write it and you see it on paper, it absorbs more into the spirit, and you say, okay, well, this is what I need to do. This is how I was feeling on this day, and that helps you to be able to continue on more on a positive path and get that fire in your soul to say, okay, yeah, I have the power to do this. I can do this. Because journaling is another method of helping you to build yourself up. And like Jolene said, a lot of times from myself as well, wearing these different masks, going through things that from my past that's hindered me from the trauma of events that I've had in my life, had beat me down to the point where I was feeling like that I was good enough. I didn't have the ability to go to school. I didn't have the ability. I'm looking at all these other people, like their businesses are booming. They're doing this, they're doing that. And I had beat myself down so much that I didn't believe that I still had that enough fire in me to complete any of the goals that I had set and I had written out for myself. And I had to go back and look at these things and start to check them off as I was completing them. So then my courage became a little bit more, and then that fire started to ignite in me to make me believe that, okay, girl, you got this. You are a girl on fire. You can do this. So that's my last words that I want to give to anybody that's listening, wherever you're at. You are a girl on fire. You have the capabilities of doing anything you set your mind to.
Look, they said it, and I agree with it totally. So look, go to www.Angela Brand Enterprise, order your copy of the Her Fire 4th edition magazine, Women Making Her Story. If you're not a part of the Fire Girl Network, you can join the network. Go to the website. I have book anthology opportunities, everything to help you as a woman walk into your greatness, walk into your purpose, and ignite the fire on the inside of you. One of the things that I would leave, I would leave you with is make a decision that dash between your birth date and your expiration date, that you are doing everything that you desire to do, that you decided that the life God gave you was enough. You decided that the call on your life was sufficient enough. You decided that you was going to live this thing full out, fireproof, and you want to live it to the fullest, and you want to live it the best. That you're going to take away, I could have did, I should have did, I ought to did, I'm fitting to, I'm trying to, I can't, I won't be able to, I'm having a hard time to. Take away the excuses, take away procrastination, and say, I'm going to own this, I'm going to do this today. If I got to take day by day, step by step, hour by hour, minute by minute, that I want to live this thing full out so that my life can be history, that my life can be a legacy, that my life can be a blueprint for somebody else. So somebody can say, I watched AB. She may not have made all the money she wanted to make, but she was true to herself. She obeyed everything that God told her to do. She wrote all those books. She trained all those women. She created all the features for the Her Fire magazine. She did the Fire Girl Network. She certified those women to be speakers. She certified them to be authors. She even published their best-selling books. She helped them discover their voice. One thing that you should know about me, that I'm a woman of great determination, great perseverance. I see things out regardless of how long that it takes. I develop a level of patience, right? That I may not see it come to fruition today, but if I keep on at it, if I keep on working on myself and within myself, if I keep on striving for the best version of me, then one day I'm going to wake up in full manifestation. One day I'm going to wake up and I have changed the course of history. Then one day when I wake up, you guys will see me all over the world, hear my voice, become a household name. Why? Because I was determined to live in fire. I was determined that my feminine energy was going to be felt all around the world. I was determined that my impact of my voice will be heard throughout nations. That me tapping into my riches can help other women walk in their gifts and talents. And just because I decided to show up extraordinary, another woman can get up, another woman can speak up, another woman can come up, because the fire set this world ablaze. Thank you guys for listening. Go to www.angelabrainenterprise. Get your copy of the magazine because it is available and we are excited. Women making her story. My name is your girl, AB, and you guys already know. I will see you in the fire. Abundantly. Blessings.